Hello everyone. Well, it's a while now since Dyson introduced their cordless V10 vacuum cleaner, the cleaner that stopped Dyson developing corded models. They said, we're going to concentrate on cordless now, and we're just going to put all our engineering, design and know-how into making cordless cleaners. Of course, you can still buy corded Dyson cleaners, but Dyson say they're not actually developing them. So you'll still get them for quite some time, but they're just not going to be putting much research and development into corded cleaners because they think their cordless cleaners are good enough. Well, I've been nagged or asked if I can get a V10, and I haven't got a V10, and I'm probably never going to get a V10. So how about a V11? Do you want to see that? Well, to stop the nagging, cut it in the bud before it starts, I got a V11 today for the grand total, wait for it, £600. Let's open it and see if it's money well spent. Now, the version I decided to go for was the V11 Absolute, so it's a top of the range machine, and this particular one is finished in an exclusive gold colour, exclusive at the moment to Dyson.co.uk, certainly in the UK. In other countries you may be able to get this colour, but at the moment, at the time of making this video, you can only buy these from Dyson directly, but they will be in all retailers very soon, I expect. Certainly John Lewis is showing them as coming soon, and all the regular retailers like Currys in the UK, etc. should be getting these in. Right, oops, didn't cut all the tape. So basically I'm just going to have a look at this in this video. I didn't even have a V10, so this is all quite new. The last Dyson I unboxed was a V8. So there's a little card there to register your guarantee. You can do that online. And inside here we'll have Dyson's usual instruction book, I expect. The story of Dyson. And a typical Dyson instruction book. So I'll be perusing that before I do a full demo. Hopefully I'll get you, I'll get a quick demo in this video, but I'm going to have to charge it a bit because it won't have the full charge. Right, let's delve in all these different bits. So this should have quite a lot of accessories with it, being the Absolute model. So first out is the stubborn dirt brush. Very stiff brushes there. That's ideal for doing your car mats if you've got any dried on mud. You can agitate the mud to loosen it, and hopefully the suction will pick it up. Here's the wand in the exclusive, hopefully gold colour. The regular Absolute, I believe, is in a blue colour. So as I said, you can only get this particular colour at the moment direct from Dyson. You can also, which is what I've done, you can extend the payment period, so you can choose 12 months interest-free credit, or is it 12 payments? You can pay £50 a month if you want for 12 months, yeah, I think that's it. Or you can pay £100 a month for 6 months, that's interest-free. So it makes it a little bit less of a, well, it's still a considered purchase, let's be honest. It's £600, I keep saying it to myself, it's £600. I cannot believe I've never ever bought a vacuum cleaner, and I've had loads. I've never bought a vacuum cleaner as expensive as this. Well, that, to be honest, looks quite tacky. I wish I hadn't gone for this colour, because that looks, doesn't look as good as it did. That looks horrible. That looks like cheap Christmas bauble colour, cheap gold. That's vile. It looked a lot nicer in the picture, folks. I don't know how it's going to look on video, but in real life I absolutely detest that. It's sort of got a green tinge to it. I wish I'd just gone for the regular. But anyway, I thought it'd be more of a matte finish, not this very garish. I think they're having a laugh, do you know? I do think they're having a laugh. Right, so there's that. First disappointment. Here is a new feature to the V11, if you can call it that. It's a perspex or see-through clip that clips onto the wand, and it will store 2 of the small accessories, which are here. So, traditional sort of Dyson tools. You've got your combi tool here. That's for your everyday cleaning. You can use that for your upholstery, use it for your curtains. You could use it on your stairs, in your car of course, on the car seats. And if you want to use the dusting brush, it just moves forward like that. You've got quite nice soft brushes for doing your shelving, your blinds, computer keyboard if you still use an old-fashioned computer. So there's that. And then a crevice tool, sort of a medium length crevice tool there. Right, now this is the dock. Now hopefully this is an improvement on the other docks I've used. Currently I'm using a Dyson V7, that's the cordless machine I have out to use. And it is a little bit awkward to remove it from the dock. You could have dusted it at the factory. Quite dirty that. So that all goes together somehow, and you can attach that to your wall if you want to, but I'm not going to at the moment. That's in 2 parts. Now there's instructions, separate little instructions there to tell you how to fit your dock. Inside this box we've got your regular mains adapter. Obviously if you're watching this from outside the UK, you'll have the appropriate adapter for your country. Inside this box we have the small mini motorized tool with much more dense and stiffer brushes than the earlier versions. That should be ideal for cleaning your sofas, your pet bedding, if you want to remove pet hairs. Be okay on your stairs as well. Inside your car, you can use that on your car carpets and upholstery. That brush will slide out for cleaning. You can buy replacement brushes as well if that gets worn, direct from Dyson. So that's your mini motorized tool. Another dusting brush in here. If I can get it open. This is a mini version of Dyson's soft dusting brush. Nice flared brushes, again soft, ideal for dusting around your home. It's very good on picture frames, photo frames, picture frames, mirrors, because the brushes actually get underneath, around the edges where the frame is. They actually go underneath and help to sweep the dust out. So I do like this design of nozzle. I do prefer the larger version you can buy, but that's just your mini version. Little soft velour pad there as well to prevent scratching. So that's your dusting tool. What's in here? So many things to open. This is, and I believe this is just the same. This looks more or less the same. This is a fluffy tool for your hard floors. This looks very like the one on my V6 Fluffy. So I don't think they've changed that. You've got your rotating large roller that combines the fine carbon fibre. Those black strips are the carbon fibre brushes, plus these velour strips. There's a roller at the back, but that's not powered. That just rolls on its own. You've got strips around. So that really is for hard floors only. Now one reason I didn't go for the V10, I almost did to be honest, not that long ago, but I'm glad I didn't now, because I'd have been quite upset if I've just bought the V10 only to see this being released. Now in the USA, the V10 came with a different motorised head to the one we got in the UK. We basically got the same motorised head as the V8, but this one again could have had a bit of a dust. This is a high torque, so this is a completely new design for the UK market. So we have got, because this is the exclusive version, now this gold here, this is the gold. I expected the one to be. That looks a little bit more. Yeah, can you see the difference? This is what I expected. This is a slightly nicer colour gold and a bit more matte. That, yeah, personally, I don't like that. That is the colour I expected. Anyway, so this is a completely new head. It's supposed to be Dyson's most powerful floor head. We've got a little slide control similar to the ones on their mains powered uprights. They've got a plus. Is that going to move? It's a bit stiff. You've got a plus and a minus. So minus will reduce, well, what minus does, you can see there's two gaps there. So when you put it on plus, those gaps should close. So that seals in the suction more, so that's for more intensive cleaning, but it might be a bit harder to push when it's on that. I'll be testing all this, of course. On thicker pile carpets as well, you might find difficulty moving it, so you could use it in the minus position, or there's the mid position as well. So the minus slightly retracts those, you see the little tabs on minus, the tabs are in that position. In the middle setting, slightly elevated, and on max, they're completely closed. So that brush will come out again. You can remove that for cleaning. Very stiff red nylon brushes, and these softer black carbon fibre, which I hope they've improved, because I've seen quite a lot of videos and pictures of these carbon fibre brushes wearing down quite quickly, so I'm not sure whether they would be included. This would be considered a wear part, this, so it might be excluded from the guarantee, but obviously if it wears out too quickly, I would contact Dyson. They're normally pretty good, so I hear, with customer service regarding things like that. So that will be interesting to try out, the new Dyson high torque head. If you're buying the regular blue version, obviously this will have a blue body instead of the gold. Right, I think, are we down to the cleaner itself now? I think so. Wow, that's heavy. That's quite heavy for handheld. Also, the cyclones are gold on this machine. I believe they are blue on the regular version. Whoops. Oh dear, got an impromptu blast of suction there. Right, I think that's it. Okay, I'll clear all the stuff away and we'll have a closer look at the cleaner itself. Now, I haven't really looked at many videos online of this cleaner. I've had a look at a couple of the Dyson ones, and I've looked at it on the Dyson website, so it's all extremely new to me. But yes, what I will say to you is that for a handheld, because a lot of the time it is in handheld mode, where you are supporting the weight of it in your hand, that is quite heavy, and it is large for a cordless vacuum cleaner. So, but obviously it is supposed to be very, very powerful. I'm just going to have to remove this little extra booklet that they've stuck on the bin for some reason. So, I think that'll probably be a quick start guide. What you need to know, cord-free cleaning. A very basic Janet and John guide, I think, telling you about the modes. Now the Absolute has the auto mode, which the version under this, which is £100 cheaper, the V11 that's the regular V11, doesn't have this auto adjust mode, which is supposed to, I believe, adjust the suction, and I think it adjusts the speed of the torque head. Hello Molly, I've got a dog watching me. Out you go, out the way. You've got so the auto mode, different modes. You've got an eco mode, which obviously will give you longer battery life. A boost mode for intensive cleaning, but at the sacrifice of battery life, so it obviously won't run for as long. And you've got the point and shoot hygienic emptying, and now Dyson say battery saving trigger. Now this is something I know. When I've read reviews of all Dyson cleaners, all these Dyson cordless, a lot of people have complained that you have to keep your finger on the button. And even when I'm using my V7, I just cleaned my upstairs with it a couple of days ago, and you know, I wasn't using it for long, but my finger started to hurt. So Dyson still refused to give you the option of having either a button that you can keep on all the time, or maybe a lever that closes the button so you're not having to keep your finger on the trigger. And as I said, I've looked at so many reviews, and that is a common thing that people say they wish they could keep it on. I know Dyson say it's to preserve the battery life, but other manufacturers manage to do it where you just have one single button and it continues to going until you press the button again. But anyway, yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy, it's big. Yes, it looks very futuristic. Yes. So yes, it looks like it's got a bigger bin capacity. And to empty the bin, you've got this lever at the back, so you just push that down. So that is better, certainly with my V7 that has a similar way of emptying, the way that the bin moves down and it cleans this shroud as you empty it, because with the earlier Dysons, a lot of dirt and pet air can get trapped around the shroud and you have to put your hand in to remove it or take the bin off. So this way is better because it does clean it, but whether it cleans it well when it's full of dirt, we'll find out when I do a few demonstrations. But I do like it, the fact that you can, because it's longer here, you can put it further down into your bin. So say this is your dustbin, obviously best to empty it outside. You can put it, you know, at arm's length, then empty, give it a shake, and then close it. So that is better. You've obviously got the battery pack here. Now you've got a fancy display which I'll show you in a minute. Here's your washable filter, and there's only one filter I believe in this machine that you need to wash. I don't know if we can separate that part, I'm not really sure. Obviously this is all brand new to me, but I will be studying the instructions thoroughly and showing you how you're supposed to wash this. But it's a two-part filter. You've got this fabric here, and then I assume this part that's pleated is the exhaust part of the filter. So quite ingenious. I believe you can't actually switch this on with a filter removed from the machine. You can't. Little fail safe there, so you have to have the filter in place. There we go. Right, now on putting the filter back, we have the display showing that it needs charging. So here's the fancy display at the back of the machine, which is indicating at the moment that I need to charge it. There's also a button here to change between modes, so if I press it, you can see that if I switch the machine on now, it will be in boost mode. Then we've got medium mode and eco. So eco will give you the longest run time, but possibly sacrificing performance. And medium is for your everyday cleaning. I think most people would use medium most of the time. And then boost for any stubborn dirt. Now if I remove the filter, it tells me filter not sealed, and then a little video comes up showing me how to put the filter in. The display will give you an approximate running time according to the settings. So on eco we had just over 29 minutes of runtime, and that will change obviously when I go onto medium. Just over 15 minutes, and let's see how much runtime we have if I was to use this machine on boost. So just over 4 minutes. Obviously that's with the battery not fully charged. When it's fully charged, we will expect longer running times. To charge the V11, you can either attach the dock to the wall and slot it in there. Obviously the dock needs to be near an electrical power point, or if you don't want to screw the dock to the wall, you can actually charge it directly by plugging in the charging cable to the port here. When you plug in the Dyson V11, you'll see the charge capacity on the display. That display does go out, but if you want to see it again, you simply squeeze the trigger and it'll show you the amount of charge left. I've got the Dyson V11 set up in carpet cleaning mode now, and as you can see, I've fitted the new storage clip to the side of the wand to hold the crevice tool and combination nozzle. Now, when you've got the new torque head attached, you actually have a new option on the display. So instead of medium, we have the automatic setting. So if I turn the machine on, now first of all, that was in eco. It's not fully charged yet, I hasten to add. So if I press the button again, then we have the auto setting. The machine is supposed to adjust automatically according to the surface. So you can go from carpet to floor, and different densities of carpet it should adjust for you. And of course, the third option is the boost for stubborn dirt, where obviously that will give you the most suction and an intense clean for heavily soiled areas. Okay, I'm just going to run the Dyson V11 across a small area of my living room. I'm going to use it on the auto setting, and on the cleaner head I've got the slide control to the middle position, which is, I think, the position most people will use it, and I think auto will probably be the default setting for most people. So let's have a go. So that's nearly the end of my unboxing and first look at this brand new Dyson V11. Obviously, further videos will be following in the near future, but because I know a lot of you like to see a vacuum cleaner picking up some muck, I'm going to put some dirt down on this carpet. I'll put down some dog hair as well, and I'll pop into the kitchen and test the fluffy head on a hard floor. These will just be very brief demonstrations. Obviously, the full demo will be following, and I'll also be able to give you my impressions after owning the cleaner for a few weeks. Okay, I'm going to do a quick pet hair demo. Put down some of Daisy's hair here onto the carpet. Rub it in. If your carpets look like this, you have a problem. But let's see, this hair has defeated many a vacuum. I'm going to use it on the auto setting again. Not going to use it on boost. I'm just going to use it on auto. I'm going to have the cleaner head on the middle position as well. We'll just give it a go. Pass it forward and back through the middle. That's pretty good, but not perfect. Now it's obviously only 2 passes, and I can do this on a higher setting obviously, but look, it is still revealing hairs. So on this part here, we'll try it on boost. Seems to have done a slightly better job, but no, as you can see, by pushing into the carpet, now it has done better because it's not really revealing very much. So yeah, that's certainly on boost. If you've got a load of dog hair, you'll need it on boost, but obviously this is an extreme test of dog hair. Much better on boost than on automatic. Well, finally, for this part, what we'll do is put the cleaner head into the plus position, still on boost. We'll see if it improves the pickup of this pet's hair. Right. Well, you can definitely, it's definitely harder to push on boost, and you can feel it sort of digging down. But again, look, so not on boost, it was on boost, but on the plus setting. So really, probably the best setting for stubborn pet hair is boost for suction, and the middle position on the high torque cleaning head. It's not done bad though for a cordless machine. Let's pick up the rest. I'll just pick up the rest on automatic. Okay, for my final demonstration on carpet, a little bit of an extreme demo, but I've thrown down some loose leaf tea, some couscous, some rice, and some fluorescent sand. So we've got lots of different sized particles. Obviously this is just on a short pile man-made carpet. Results will vary. Dirt varies, carpets vary. This is just going to be a quick demonstration. I use this sort of dirt when testing other vacuums, mains powered and other cordless. So again, we'll pass the high torque head through the middle of this on the automatic setting and with the slider in the middle. Yes, now that is pretty impressive, but not sure if it shows on camera. I can still see some of the fluorescent sand, which probably would be removed if I was to pass the cleaner a couple more times. But all the larger particles, really, that was more or less a clean sweep. So yes, that is pretty impressive for a cordless vacuum. And bear in mind, that was on the auto setting, it wasn't on the boost setting. Just out of interest, I'm going to try it on the eco setting to see how well it cleans this part. So I might as well do it now. Okay, so I'll switch the mode. Still pretty impressive on eco, but slightly more of the coloured sand. It's very hard for you to see. I can see it. You might just be able to catch it. But yes, it's still, you know, for surface dirt, even on eco, that's pretty good performance. Well, finally, I'll just try it on the boost setting for this dirt here. So looking a bit closer up, I can see, again, I'm not sure how it picks up on camera, but there is a very slight residue of the neon sand, which represents very fine dust. But on the whole, yes, it's done a very good job, but I don't think you'd need to use boost very often. I think most people, like I will, I think using it in automatic mode will be the mode that will give the best results over most surfaces. Before we go through to the kitchen and see how well the fluffy head performs, I'll just clean up the rest of this dirt using the auto setting. Well, you can see here in the bin all the dirt I've picked up in that brief demonstration. This is the maximum fill line, so we do have some way to go. Try and observe the max fill line at all times. Don't let the cleaner go above that line. Preferably empty it after each use, but as long as you don't exceed the line, you should be fine. Okay, Well, I'm going to recycle all this dirt onto my kitchen floor and see how well the fluffy head performs. So now I'm going to empty all the dirt onto my kitchen floor. So let's hope it doesn't go everywhere. Step back. So, yes, it's a pretty clean empty, as you can see. There is nothing around the shroud because there's still Daisy's hair in this. So that's cleaned up very well. So now I'll just attach the fluffy head and pick all this mess up. I'm actually going to leave it exactly how it fell onto the floor, so it's quite a high pile of dirt. And again, this is an extreme example. I don't expect your kitchen floor to be this messy, but we'll see how well the fluffy head copes with all this. Now I'm using it on medium because when you have the fluffy head on, you don't have the auto option. The auto option only activates when you're using the high torque head, which of course you can still use on floors. But because this machine does come with a fluffy head, that's what I'm going to use for this brief demo. Okay, let's give it a go. Now, it has scattered behind the camera. You can't see. It did scatter quite a bit, but you know, to be fair, look. There was a lot of muck. What's left though, if we spread that out, we'll give it another go and see how well it picks it up. Well, that's the end of my unboxing and initial first look at this Dyson V11 vacuum cleaner. I'll just reiterate that I paid for this cleaner myself. Well, I've paid £50 worth of this cleaner so far. Whether I decide to pay the other £550 remains to be seen. Obviously, I've had this machine now a couple of hours. The first impressions are good. I've done a few extreme demonstrations, but I want to see how this cleaner performs in day-to-day use, cleaning the normal sort of dirt I find in my home. So there will be more demonstrations coming up. If there's anything in particular you want to see demonstrated, please comment below. Bear in mind, I'm not going to pick up anything with this machine that could invalidate the warranty, just in case I want to send it back, or I need service. So I'm not going to do anything that I'm not supposed to do. So I'm not going to go over the max fill line. I'm not going to pick up things you're not supposed to pick up. I'm just going to use it on a regular basis, you know, for the next few weeks and give you my full verdict then. So, as I said, any questions or comments, please comment below, subscribe, and you'll be updated when I upload new videos of this cleaner and all the other vacuum cleaners, carpet washers, and other floor care appliances I feature on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.